And now this is a flying first strike land? Hello YouTube, welcome to MTGA, and today we are going to have a look at Vadrok, Apex of Thunder in Historic Brawl. This deck aims to win by controlling the board in the classic Jeskai control shell, and then having an infinite combo involving the commander at the top end. So first and foremost, let's talk about this combo. The combo is mutating Vadrok onto any creature basically, while you have Open the Omenpaths in your hand or graveyard, and you have Sinister Reflections in your hand or graveyard. If both are in hand, the combo costs 5 mana. If both are in graveyard, the combo costs up to 8 mana. And then, depending on what combination you have in hand and grave, it can cost something in between that. So, we have a creature on the board, and we now mutate. Let's just assume the worst case scenario with everything being in the graveyard and 8 mana, right? We mutate Vadrok onto something. Now we choose to cast a Sinister Reflections for free from the graveyard and have another Vadrok in hand. Okay, so far so easy. Now we mutate Vadrok onto Vadrok, but now there's 2 Vadroks mutating onto a single creature, and I get this the mutate trigger twice. So what happens here is I get to cast Open the Omenpaths to add 4 mana and Sinister Reflections to get more Vadrok copies to hand. Interesting fact is you get now 2 Vadroks because you gain a copy of each card in the mutate pile. You know, you have 2 Vadroks in hand. And now you mutate again, you get more and more Vadroks into your hand. That's not the interesting part. The really cool part here is that you now increase the number of mutations on Vadrok, so you can also, while you get Sinister Reflections and Open the Omenpath at once, you can also sneak a Lightning Bolt into that pile. Or if you don't have any direct damage spell in the graveyard, you can sneak a Thrill of Possibility into that pile. And then as an additional cost, you still have to discard a card, which is an upside, because what ends up happening is that you discard the card, draw cards, discard cards, draw cards, until you can discard a Lightning Bolt to mix it into the Vadrok pile. And that is basically the infinite combo, and that's how this deck can win. Not necessarily, because we still just have some Planeswalkers to finish off the game. We have some not so popular choices. But for example, Ugin, the Ineffable, and Karn of Urza can create tokens to mutate onto. That's why they're in here. Desert Plating is a protection spell that also creates a token. And we can also use the bounce ability of Brazen Borrow and then just mutate onto the Brazen Borrow. Like, we have a bunch of ways that we can mutate onto things, and one of the better ones is certainly Blinkmoth Nexus, because it only costs 1 tap itself. Now we have a tap 1/1, and then we can go to town. Yeah, as mentioned previously, the rest is a classic Jeskai control shell. Some additions to the deck that are out of order for this for this archetype are Invert and Vent, because both combo pieces are instants, and Invert and Vent grabs 1 combo piece and then solve the equation as a sorcery or a board wipe if you need to, right? But generally you can just solve the equation as a sorcery, and that just searches for the other combo piece. It is a bit mana intensive, sure, but overall it gets you there, and in a control shell you do have a lot of mana to play around with in the late game. Yeah, this is basically the deck tech. I hope you enjoy the upcoming games. If you do, leave a like. If you don't, write me in the comments how much you hated it. Anyways, see you in the games. Hope you have fun. We are ready to play against Tetiova Benthic Druid. And let's see. So Field of the Dead got banned, and again, and Vadrok would have loved to play Field of the Dead, but this will probably be in my favor in this match, because Tetiova can also just not use Field of the Dead here. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it, because what ends up happening... Oh yeah, this is just perfect. If they play Vadrok, I want to Spikefield Hazard it, and I can still just play off and try to win off this Karn. So I wasn't really that concerned that I didn't have a blue source here. Okay, Abundant Harvest, sure. That is fine. Going to go ahead and play Birth of Miletus. Yep, grab a planes, beautiful. And let's see. I assume they play a 3-mana ramp spell, right? Oh, that is perfectly fine by me. Yeah, sure. Let's play blue source. I could play Hard Evidence, but maybe they are scared of a counterspell. So I'm just I held full control here. Well, I didn't need to because of Spikefield, but I want to make them think that I have a counterspell, right? I think at this point I can just play the Spikefield Hazard and continue bluffing the counterspell. They don't have a natural land drop here. Okay, they did have the untapped land drop, so they could have played the Jova if they wanted to and chose not to. So that hopefully makes them respect the counterspell. I could Hard Evidence and then Cleansing Nova after, like Hard Evidence, draw the card, make them play the Jova and then Cleansing Nova, but I think I still want to bluff this counterspell a bit. And against aggro decks you want to get Hard Evidence out early to protect your planeswalkers and whatnot, right? But like this, yeah, this is fine. I hope to go like land drop, explore, and then tap land. Okay. Oh ho ho, that is so dirty. Yeah, that was... Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, opponent. Even with Spell Pierce backup? Oh, yay. I think I will deploy the Hard Evidence now. I have... Not, like, I have a token with the Karn minus to mutate on, and even then, if like Karn dies and I wipe my own crap, I still have some ways to mutate onto. And again, I don't even need to win with the combo in the first place. I hold up Spell Pierce, so that is pretty great. Although I don't think they will do too much here. Okay. They have a land in that pile. I mean, it was very likely that they had a land there. This Cavalier of Thorns is kinda tricky to deal with, honestly. That's probably fine. Can Karn get some pluses in? I can then... even if I plus Karn, then it doesn't even die to a Cavalier of Thorns, even if they bounce the crap, which is great. And I have Spell Pierce backup, which is even greater. So yeah, let's just go for that blind. Okay. Played the land first here to play around Spell Pierce, so I could have just paid for that, right? And I now can crack the clue, but there are worlds where I want to hold up Spell Pierce anyways. Like if they 3-mana countered and then I Spell Pierce them, then if I got a tap land of this card, it would have been better to play that, but yeah, I think playing the land first was correct here. So if they attack first, I actually have to think. If they play Tachova, I do not need to think. So if they play Tachova first here, then I always jump, right? To preserve my loyalty on Karn. If they just swing in and then they don't play Tachova, then I really want that attack to go through. At the same time, am I going to block something bigger with this crap than a 5-power creature? Probably not, because... No. Yeah, probably not. So yeah, I'm probably jumping this. What is an exile? A threat of possibility, sure. Let's see. They're thinking. Timeout used. So what can be a bit awkward is if they like decide to put something in hand and then not give me the. I could spell pierce that. Could. Not even sure if I want to. Probably not. They could have played this land off the top here. Oh well, luckily for them they got another land on the top, but you know. Yeah. Not from top. Okay, interesting. I think they just missed it. Yeah, I was going to say, if they like don't give me Sinister Reflections with the Karn plus, and or like open the Omenpaths and put it into exile and then Karn dies, I can't combo off, but that's fine. So they do have Hall of the Storm Giants, which is pretty interesting to note here. So they can basically kill Karn if I don't protect itself with the -2. Ooh, there's the Open the Omenpaths. Could Cleansing Nova this board. Not even sure if that is what I want to do. Like Cleansing Nova, and then they are inclined to just play Hall, activate Hall and kill Karn. I think I'm supposed to create a token here, but the question is, do I board wipe first or not? If I don't, then I hold up Blue Sun Zenith, and I've okay. Cleansing over you. So they put a Nissa on top here, I assume. Now I create a creature with the Karn. Yep. And I hold up Counterspell, which is great. And I could just top deck Sinister Reflections for lethal. That is always no, opponent. And I can't even use my spell pierce on this. Yeah. Nope. That is a big nope. I'm not going to ever give you. Okay. Yeah, they scooped after this. But I could have like Blue Sun Zenith, draw a bunch of cards. I mean, I was in a pretty decent spot here. But yeah, I don't think it was scope worthy. GG. We are ready to play against Luna Apex of Wishes. And let's see. So there were 3 Luna decks, and I think now there are only 2 Luna decks. A Luna Mutate is the classic one. Then there is like a Luna that with only 1 permanent in deck, and that permanent is Omniscience, but like that deck just got purely buff going from 60 to 100 cards just by card quantity, because it's less likely that Omniscience is like in the last few cards, so they exile the whole deck. And then there is a Luna Oracle that I did, but that relies on tutoring lands, and then with Field of the Dead or Emergence Zone, like not having Field of the Dead hurts the deck a ton, and I don't think that is, like, it wasn't really that viable before, and now I don't think it's that much more about, like, yeah. Cut. Flash. Nah, I think I want instant speed removal against their Luna. Against like Omniscience, like against their creatures basically that they mutate onto. Oh, okay, perfect. We did it. We're so good. I think I go for white here. to have Dovin's Veto up. That's probably what I want. And I shall follow it up with this. Yeah, seems good. Now I have a bunch of cool lands available to me. Yeah, I feel like this is a Omniscience deck here. Okay. So we'll just stock up on counter spells and ways to not let Illuna mutate. Okay, yeah. Thought as much. Ooh. Is it Doomscar or Sinister Reflections? So with Doomscar I can foretell, Lightning Strike, whatever. Yeah, no, it's Sinister. Yeah. Because now, oh yeah, that is actually right draw, because now I can play my tap land. Yeah, Fateful Absence. Also a way to kill their cards. Do I need more than like Lightning Strike is the question. I have... I think I'm fine keeping this on top. Reason being, I also have Chandra and like enough mana to play the Chandra in the future, more importantly. Okay. And... I kind of want to just play this Vadrok out without anything else, just to like have a decent, like some board presence, not even a decent board presence, like flying first striker, right? Finale of Promise, that is... I can spell pierce that, so they don't get more ramp and whatnot. Saves me a headache, basically. So I could just immediately lose the game if I had Chandra and then wipe this board and then they play something and mutate. I think I take these chances. I mean, they got me if they have a cheap token creator. I don't think they do. And now I can start plussing Chandra as well. Okay, Magma Opus. That is not a cheap token creator, but you know, it is a way for them to do their thing. Can't they judgment this? Which might be worth it. Yeah, sure. Okay. Pester. The Magma Opus was really good for them. Ah, see, that layer of the Hydra is also really good for them. Yeah, I'm just dying to that. Ah. God damn it. Oh no, I have Fateful Absence. Okay, beautiful. I think this is a game where I just play out this Vadrok for 3 mana. Can Fateful Absence and hold up Mystical Dispute? Yeah, sure. Fire Prophecy, that is fine. I'm not fighting over that. Yep. Put this back into the command zone. I wish I had more like land drops. I do have a ton of weight. Oh yeah. Dispute that. Thank you. Get out of there. And I still have... I think I need to Fateful Absence this layer of the Hydra because that is like killing me. Okay, sure. I could Tails End that. Or, well, now I can Lightning Strike the Hydra. Lightning Strike the Hydra and then Fateful Absence the Luna. If they have a Veil of Summer, that could have been ugly. Didn't play around that. But it is fine, I think. I think I can hold off some turns and then... Like this is a 6/6, right? So this is actually threatening down the road, but not right now. And I can Sinister Reflection you. I can mutate and get back Salandi Vision and Sinister Reflection to have more Vadroks in my hand, which is pretty hilarious. Yeah, let's go for it. Which artwork do we want? I think we want this one. Okay, so I think I could also opt for a land drop. So I have 2 out of 3. Reflection gives me more mutate stuff down the road. I think I need to do Reflections. And then it's either Salon Division or opt. I think getting the land drop here is pretty important. Yeah, I need an actual land drop here. Oh yeah, perfect. So this is actually pretty interesting because if I shock this in, then I'm at 12 and this kills me in 2 turns, whereas if I don't shock this in, then I am at 14, which is significantly better, but if I don't shock this in, I don't have Dovin's Veto up, I don't have Fateful Absence. I think I shocked this in just to, at the very least, with the intention of Fateful Absenting their commander in combat step. But I'm not even sure if that is correct. Prismari Command. Draw 2, discard, drew 2 treasures. 1 treasure, not 2. The problem if I kill their commander in the combat step, what ends up happening is that they can actually just free play Omniscience. Okay. Fateful Absence you. If they counter it, that is okay. They, like the deck, they recently played a Fire Prophecy and the deck doesn't want Omniscience in hand usually. So I assume they, at the very least, if they had it in hand, they would have put it to bottom. Yeah, they can't even play Omniscience right now, which is pretty great. Multiple choice. Aha! Ay. See, that is an actual problem. Okay, I have a couple of Vadroks though. With the couple of Vadroks, I can play Vadrok. Yeah, we're full Hearthstone now. Also, I want to play this now. Mutate. And I'm just going to use my kill spells again. Yep, under. Create more Vadroks, and I made my land drop already, so I also have enough Vadroks, so Fateful Absence, and then Salandi Vision to dig for my combo. That is a sure, a memory lapse seems fine. Don't think I can afford to take much more damage from lands, and with the Thrill, I can also just hopefully get more, like less painful land drops. Okay, they got another clue. Man, I imagine that this is probably pretty annoying for them. Like, just Sinister Reflections with Vadrok allows me to get so much value here. Not an angle I expected to take, to be perfectly honest, but I'm super happy with it. Let's see, I think I discard one of these Vadroks. Yep. Draw to negate, sure. And mutate. Yep. I'm going to memory lapse that. Thank you. I'm not letting them. Okay. This is interesting. Don't get my things back here if I made my land drop already. Probably. No, right? Don't think I did. Yeah. Oh, no, I need to do it like this, right? So this targets this, right? Do I want them to have the exclude on top or not? Probably not. No, probably yes. Okay. Okay. If they have another counter spell, then this means they are pretty okay. Okay, okay. Now I don't think they just play the commander here to try to kill me, right? That's what I would do in their place. Like I would just play this as a big fat body. So many Vadroks in the graveyard, and then on this mutate pile. Okay, the opponent does not go for the line I would have taken, and I obviously disagree with that. Discard 2 cards. Honestly, just a grip full of counterspells and then go, right? Yep. Sure, sure, sure. Whatever, opponent, do your thing. My game plan is to just kill you with this 3/3. Memory lapse you. Don't think they have another counterspell here. They put it on top or into command zone? That's the question. Do they want to draw a card or... yeah, they want to draw the actual card. Ooh, that's a Blinkmoth Nexus. That actually increases my clock by a bit, right? Yeah, it does. That is pretty good. If I had it one turn earlier, that would have been even better. Tail's End, yep. I want a big draw spell here. That is what I really want. And if I got to plus with that Chandra, that would have also been pretty amazing. Right. Swing for damage at your face. Ornithopter. Turn. Oh, maybe I should have just held the... no, I don't. I have a Blinkmoth Nexus that I can mute it onto, that's fine. Counter spell. And if I had one more damage, they can't even attack me with this commander. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Lightning Bolt is an amazing card here. Oh, I attacked with Ornithopter, but I don't think it will matter. Okay. Lassiter plating. Yeah, sure. And I do have the Lightning Bolt to clear this up. But they can't mutate here, I believe. It's 14 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they have exactly 14 as well. Okay, I'm actually super fine with that. If they want to go and kill me with that, I have the Lightning Bolt as well. Would feel much more comfortable if they had one less life, so I could put them to 2-3 with the Blinkmoth Nexus alone. Spikefield has a top deck, I guess? Nope. Okay. And they have enough for like all sorts of counterspell shenanigans here, so I'm going to do this now, I guess. And that is the game. Wow, we did it. Pretty unconventional, but amazing. GG. We already play against Kenrith, the Returned King, and let's see what they got in store for us. Ramp, Laser Plating, a 3-mana counterspell, and Hullbreaker Horror. I think I like this. I think. Maybe. Potentially. Likely. To have a ramp spell, this comes just in time to counter the commander, which I like. Sure, go for it. It is... Ooh, that's pretty good. If I get an untapped blue source... do I... Disruption? Well, the first question is what deck do I think it is? And it's... I don't know, for some reason it's always Shrines if I play against Kenrith. But there are so many other things you can do with the commander, but it's... A lot of the times it Shrines. Do I want to let my shields down for 1 turn? That doesn't even do me anything for next turn as well, because like I can then, instead of countering, I can draw 2 with Thassa's Intervention. I feel like I want a Jawari Disruption, their ramp, and then hopefully get a blue source off the top to play Narset. Oh, well, do I Jawari Disruption that kind of ramp? No. Because that actually... Yeah. They're not even guaranteed to have another land drop here. Okay, I tap my mana for Signet, and now I hold up Disruption again. Okay. Maybe it was better to play Signet onto. I think it was tricky. Let's see, if they just drop their commander, I have the Disruption, which I'm lightly playing. If not, that would be even better. Like if they don't have anything that they need to counter, like that gives them a lot of mana. But now I can Disruption. I can play this Pathway on blue and then hold up Disruption still. But like, how likely is that with a Faber Elder here? They have a ton of mana, right? I also assume that this Narset dies immediately if I minus it, because this is very likely to get to 3 power. If I Disruption, then I hold up Thassa's Intervention. Yeah. If I specifically draw Open the Omenpaths, I can actually Hullbreaker Horror in their next end step, not this one, which is pretty good, I'd say. And by playing this tap land, I can at the very least invent in their end step. Ooh, Wilderness Wreck. I do not like that card, I think. It is extremely strong with their commander. But then I can also just counter their commander. This is tricky. I think I counter this. They have exactly... They have 3 mana available, so I can make them pay 4 here. Okay, also they don't have blue. They could have Veil. That's the thing they could have. Yeah, perfect. That card is a bit too spicy for my taste, not gonna lie. Oh! Oh! Well, that makes things easy, not gonna lie. To play around Veil of Summer, I'm just going to do this -3 without targeting.
Check out these fireworks.
Now Kenrith comes down with haste. Yep. My current game plan is winning with this Hullbreaker Horror. Okay. And I think part 1 to that is just Narset and then try to hit another cantrip. I could invert and bend, but like... I think just... Ooh, That's an Open the Omenpaths. It's kind of exactly what I wanted. Could also Narset off the Ancient Way, but I don't have the mana for that. Yeah. Open. If I draw an untapped land, this is insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, then it's 8 mana and they can open into Hullbreaker and then hold up Laser plating. Yeah, and yeah. Untapped land off the top would be so good for me.
I won't forget our time together.
Ooh, yep. And we do all the fun things. Yeah. I can Hullbreaker Horror now. I think I would just want to hold it. Just hold it. Because with Invert Event, just searching for a cantrip as well, like I have so many, yeah, that is not threatening actually. They can bring back Uro, but that is fine. Could have blocked something here with the Hullbreaker Horror, but I am a very, very scared person. Okay. We do the thing. We Hullbreaker Horror. And I'm going to Laser plating. Return to hand the Paper Elder, I believe. Yep, you draw a card, sure. And now I can Invert Event and return this Kenrith. Oh yes, this is beautiful. Return to hand. Yep. And we search for an instant and a sorcery. So I think I want a... Which sorcery do I even want? That is the question. I don't have too many sorceries here. I could get an extra turn, but... Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. Wait, I tapped wrong for this. But I think the sorcery I want is a solve the equation anyways. Okay, I have a Sinister Reflection that can just get me another Hullbreaker Horror. So I can, like, oh, this is brutal. Yep, I can just get more Hullbreaker Horrors. The Hullbreaker copy machine, wow. And then, yeah, Timeless Witness gets back. Sure, that is fine. No, that's not fine. Just going to... I'm just going to do this in response to the removal, right? Yeah, and they surrender. So I could have copied the Hullbreaker with the Reflection, I mutate Vadrok onto the Zombie Army token, I get Reflections back, and I just make more and more Hullbreaker Horrors. Wow, this is just a good card. I realize this more and more, like, in this specific deck, it is just an amazing value engine. GG! You're ready to play against Atrios. And maybe, for once, we can make the combo work. That would be beautiful. Yeah, I hate it when my combo deck doesn't combo off because it's just winning anyways without comboing, right? Ugh. But yeah, again, as I said, this is not a strict combo deck, right? But this looks kind of promising, honestly. Can play... Yeah, let's keep that land drop, I guess. What? I still have a bunch of land. Yeah, no. Let's be greedy. And this should be, in theory, a good matchup. So I play this 100% on blue. So much is certain. And I can play tapped Shadow Skull Smashing into Midnight Clock next turn. Yeah, I need a creature. I can't... Oh, I can hold up Counterspell as well. Yeah, that is probably smart. And... Yep. Do exactly that. I think the 3 damage if I bolt myself later with Azcanta won't matter. But you will never know. Like, they at risk somewhat plays the board, right? So, like, it's usually just Urza of control, but with a few creatures to reanimate. I mean, I can just go into the Vadrok Sinister Reflections. Vadrok is a Sinister Reflection value engine, but they probably have so many kill spells that won't work too much. Fine with that. I'm considering cantripping with this Time Warp, honestly. Could also just kill a Welcoming Vampire here. Honestly, I feel like I just want cantrip here. Just get my mana ahead. Yeah, that is a Blinkmoth Nexus, which is a pretty great card, considering everything. And I could go with Vadrok into Sinister Reflections. Yeah. So the reason why I'm doing this is I want to just get more. I can just shuffle, like put a bunch of Vadroks into play with as value engines. Okay. Yeah, this makes me want to Sinister Reflection that. I feel like, oh, I should have countered that. They're going to take my Midnight Clock, not my Vadrok here. But if they do that, then just Sinister Reflection wins me a value battle here, right? Okay. I'm going to Sinister Reflection regardless, I think. Yeah. Just give me another Vadrok. Yep. Put you into the command zone. I take 4. Could block with the Nexus, but I don't feel like it. So what happens if this comes... This is a headache. Mutate... I don't think I've ever mutated onto a manlet and I have never seen it for some reason. I probably know the answer, like I knew the answer for this back when Ikoria was out. But now I'm not even sure anymore, right? It's... Wow, this is a headache. What happens? What happens? That is the question. So, play you, animate you. Okay, sure. Start with this. I start blue, red, white, and then probably you want to play this, right? Oh no. Need to red, right? It does, yeah, it does need double red. Like this, I don't intend on attacking with it, and then... Yeah, I put Vadrok... Wait, if I put Vadrok on top, then it's not a land anymore. I think this... I weirdly think that this is very important whether I put this under or over. If I put it over, I don't think it's a land anymore. So I want to put it under, actually. Sinister Reflections, get you back. And now I produce land drops. Yes, it works! Okay, I produce land drops with this. Okay, I love this. I can just make more Blinkmoth Nexuses with this. And now this is a flying first strike land? Oh my god, what is this? I mean, I just said it, it's a flying first strike land, right? Yeah, let's counterspell you. I don't want to deal with you. Okay, I can hit my land drops. Let's put it this way. I'm very, very certain that I can actually hit my land drops. Okay. Let's see. And I think I'm just going to put more Blinkmoth Nexuses into play. Wait, so I kind of want to start with Prismari Command because I get to kill and then create a treasure. So I can also just draw and kill instead of creating treasures. I definitely want to kill because then when I flash this back, then I get a... Draw discard or treasures? I think I want to go for the treasures here. And then treasure. And one red, blue. Animate you. Blink moth. Tap you. Mutate you. Under, so it stays as a land, so they can't hit it with sorcery speed removal. Sinister Reflections and Prismari Command. And I wanna kill treasure. Kill treasure, yep. Resolve. Sinister Reflections, and I get 2 Vadroks back. Yep. And now I can actually just play a Vadrok as a creature. So a board presence. Think I like that. Yeah, and I still have Vadroks and Blink Moths. Wow, this feels so Hearthstone. I don't know if you ever played Hearthstone, but this feels very Hearthstone to me. Because I'm just creating like cards out of thin air and I just repeatedly play them. Man, this is hilarious. And I can still do some like shenanigans after the shuffle. I can actually just still play my actual commander from the command zone, because that is like these are not my commanders. So yep. Now they don't swing in. Wait, what is their tribe? Spirit. It's Spirit Tribal. Well, that's cool. I don't think I wanna... Yeah, I wanna get a blue source for sure here instead of this Blink Moth Nexus. Now I have enough Blink Moth Nexuses. I wanna tap the colorless. Not... Yeah. Colorless. Animate this one. White, red. No, needs to be red. And then, oh yeah, white. Okay. Now mutate under you. If I, yep, under. Okay. So Sinister Reflection you. Prismari Command you, and I can only Sinister Reflection once here, but I can Sinister Reflection to creatures, so I have more Vadroks now. So deal 2 and discard draw. So yep, and I can discard my 2 of my Vadroks, I believe, because my Midnight Clock is going to soon pop. You know what I'm feeling like? Another round of mutating. That's what I'm feeling like. Wait, I don't have the mana for that. That's pretty hilarious. I'm missing red sources. Oh wow, I did not think I would actually miss red sources with this deck. I'm not going to attack. I'm discarding a Blink Moth Nexus. Like, I'm going to shuffle a bunch of cards into my deck. I can make an infinitely large deck in theory, right? If the games go long enough. Or not infinitely, but a very, very big deck. So I'm going to put a stop in my upkeep. And I'm going to put this Midnight Clock to 11. And that's basically the sweet spot. You don't want to crack Midnight Clock in their turn. Usually, you want to let Midnight Clock get naturally activated, and you can float this mana. Now I'm going into the shuffle part. And now I still have one more mana up, right? And I can use that to probably, yeah, just Thirst for Knowledge. We draw. We have another Vadrok here, which is pretty great. I still don't have my land drop. I don't think I need the disruption, and I don't. Wait, how much blue do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I can Narset Time Warp exactly, right? But then I don't make another land drop if I do this. Oh, is it correct to go for? No. I can make land drops off the mutation here if I flash back the Thirst. And I'll still have my natural draw step, yep. So we swing in. Three, 4, yeah. This works exactly out with the Narset. That's pretty great. Okay. Beach. Yep. Narset minus. Spell Pierce, that's not a useful card here. Extra turn. Narset again. Search for Azcanta is pretty tempting, not gonna lie. It can mutate onto this one, so I don't need to pay 1 more mana to get into my pile, I assume. Could also just drop a Chandra, like it's hot, as they say. And then I have 4 more mana, that is missing 1 mana for, like if I wipe here, then I'm... Oh, I think I actually just like going with Chandra minusing... Wait, no, I don't. Okay, I don't, because this comes back, so... Tap you, tap you, you, and you, like that. Yep, I'm starting to plus Chandra. I'm going to play the Search for Azcanta, and I'm going to hold up a counter spell here. I think that is the best way to do it. I also have a decent blocker. Yeah. Okay. I think this was somewhat correct, hopefully. There were many ways to play this turn for sure. Fairgrounds Warden. Yeah, I'm going to... If they attack me here, I'm just going to... Fateful Absence the Fairgrounds Warden. Inquisitor Captain, oh, that could be potentially extremely annoying. I think I want a Fateful Absence in response to that, because if they get a Thalia, I can't do that anymore. Could have also counterspelled it, but I feel like a generic counterspell is going to be useful in other scenarios as well. Man, this is an extremely grindy match. So also I like checked my footage, and in theory I had enough, like I had a satisfying amount of footage, but I really just wanted to get this combo in, and I have some extra time today. So yeah, I just want to get this combo there. Even though that's, oh yeah, there's a Redain. Well, that is the easiest board to Chandra -3 I've ever seen, basically. Okay. Okay, Inquisitor Captain. If I mutate onto the Vadrok, then I get Thirst plus Fateful. I think I have the mana for that right now. Okay, and then I Fateful this Inquisitor Captain. Yeah, seems about right. Red. Wait, yeah. So I mutate onto this. Yep, doesn't matter. I get 2 mutations. One of them is the Fateful Absence onto the Captain, and then the Thirst. And that kind of discard the Celestis. Yep, I'm fine with that. Oh no, Ornithopter is even better to discard here. Absence you, and they get another Inquisitor Captain, where I can hopefully wipe everything here except the Priest of Ancient Lore with a nice clean board wipe. Don't think Spell Pierce matters too much here. So I swing it with Vadrok. Yep. They take the damage. And I minus... Oops, not that minus. -3 the Chandra. And... Yep. That cleans the board, hopefully. Oh, this is an... Oh, okay, I made a slight mistake, but this is an elemental, so that's even better, right? And they, just as a heads up, I still have this Blade Moth Nexus if they want to attack in on the Narset. And with this play, I hold up Counterspell and Swan Song right now if I get the Signet in. Like, I want to hold up 1 mana and Nexus, right? I think I want to have the mana. I think I'm fine with just having Counterspell or Thirst up here. Yep. If they attack, then I'm going to have my beautiful mutation pile. Like, look at this wall of text, right? Let's see. Illusion or I think that is a certified get countered. I can't let that resolves really opponent. And they scoop it up. Yeah, they have had enough. I believe we would have eventually won this. Like, we had a bunch of advantage going on, and maybe we could have gone for the infinite, but it is not my day for infinite combos apparently. Yep, hope you enjoyed it. We are done with the games. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. And yeah, Vadrok Apex of Thunder. It is one hell of a deck. Not gonna lie, it is. Basically not like nothing else. It is the Hearthstone feeling on MTGA Arena, really. Wow, like you have so many obscure rules coming up in this deck. It's insane. We sadly, again, we didn't get to combo today in my combo video. What can I say? My decks just win without the combo. That's so good they are right now. But seriously, it's this is like the combo is not the main focus of the deck. Like you can just win without it. The MVP of the deck is certainly Sinister Reflections, as you can as you saw from the gameplay. Like Sinister Reflections with the Blink Moth Nexus, Vadrok mutations, getting more land drops in. Like, it's getting crazy, absolutely crazy. Yeah, what is there much to say? Like, if you haven't watched all the games yet, and you just skip to this part, watch the games. They're absolutely crazy. Anyways, if you want to play this deck on a budget, what can you cut? What do you need? And to be perfectly honest, this deck is kind of a novelty. I'm just going to put it this way. Like, there is, while you can do some cool stuff and it looks really fun, just like competitive wise, there is not too much reason to play this over like Azorius control, right? Like, I think for some people this ticks a box where like you can do crazy stuff in a solid deck, right? And then this is the deck for you. But again, it is pretty expensive in my opinion, because most of these cards you need, because usually if this was a classic Jeskai control deck, I would say, okay, you can cut the like more obscure cards. Well, you can probably cut like Narset of the Ancient Way, right? But you can cut like Emeria's Call for a land, right? And you can cut a Karn of Urza for a different Planeswalker, or you can cut this for another bounce spell. But in this deck, you kind of can't do that, because you need the creatures. This is very creature light, as you saw, and you usually have 1 or 2 targets. But if you start cutting down on them, then you get into trouble, really. So you can't really cut down on the creatures. You can get more efficient removal, but remember your damage-based removal wants to go face, and that's why we even play the worse Lightning Bolt with the Lightning Strike, right? It needs to go face for you to actually be able to kill them. And yeah, you can like play worse counterspell. That's one thing you can for sure do. Just play worse counterspells, easy, right? But at some point, especially with the mana base, like you need, this is another deck where you need all your colored mana sources and you really want them. You can like cut Celestis for another rock, right? Or not even a rock, something completely different, just like Midnight Clock, but that's also just, like, you can do these kinds of little things or just play other board wipes you have lying around. There are plenty of white and maybe some even red board wipes, and you can just swap them around however you want, so that is kind of a thing. But like even Swansong you don't want to cut, because like there are plays where you can, in their end step, you cast a spell, hold priority, and then, well, not even, you can't even hold priority in their end step, but only in your turn. But then you create a bird from that, and then you use the bird to mutate onto. So yeah, you kind of want all the creatures. You just need that density, right? And then these are the efficient cards, and if you have less efficient cards and you think, are they, like, can I play them? Usually yes, if they're just less efficient versions. Yeah. Enough rambling for today. Hope you enjoyed this pile of mutations, right? It was, man, X-Men Academy or whatever. But wow, that was a deck. See you tomorrow.